you're going to be the driver, and we have a Warlock up on screen. Is that your Warlock?
No, it is not my Warlock. This is a facsimile.
This is a dev environment, so
a doppelganger.
For those of you watching, you might see some things that you won't completely understand. You'll see some things that aren't completely finished. You might even see some, elements of the UI either here or in game that might not look entirely finished. But that's what we do when we bring you into our creative process. So, Greg, show us what's different and exciting.
Let's start out by talking about slots. So, as you notice, we still have the 3-slot system: kinetic, energy, and power.
Yep.
So the paradigm still lies that kinetic weapons go in the first slot, energy type weapons go in the second slot, and power weapons go in the third slot. Mm-hmm. However, you'll notice that next to the light level of the weapon now is a little ammo icon that says primary or special or heavy. So basically what we've done is we've turned what ammo a weapon takes into an attribute of the weapon rather than tying it to the slot, which means that in the kinetic slot, we can run both primary and special weapons. The same with the energy slot, primary and special weapons. And in the heavy slot, in the power slot, you can only run heavy weapons.
Yep.
So if you take a look through this lovely menagerie of weapons we have here, here we have a shotgun. Here we have a hand cannon, a bow. A bow is also going to be a primary weapon. Mm-hmm.
Brand new archetype for players of Forsaken only.
Some varieties of better devils here. Pulse rifle, sniper rifle. And here in the energy slot, we have also shotguns, bows, snipers, and not featured here, fusion rifles as well, and also trace rifles. We actually upgraded trace rifles to a special ammo, which means that they will be doing more damage in year 2. So here in the power slot, we have grenade launchers. We have... Is
that all grenade launchers, Greg?
No, actually, we've also we've also changed some of the single shot grenade launchers into using special ammo as well. So they will also do a different damage than the heavy grenade launchers.
And did you touch them to fit appropriately?
They will fit appropriately.
Yeah.
Rocket launchers, swords, and linear fusion rifles.
So it's not just a matter of crazy free-for-all, just use any weapon in any slot. You've curated this. You've taken a look at this from a perspective of how can we still create some semblance of balance and order, but you're giving us more options. Is that kind of an accurate summary of how the weapon slots are changing?
Absolutely. I mean, we want to let you play the way you want to play. If you want to play a D1 loadout, play a D1 loadout. If you want to play a D2 loadout, play a D2 loadout. You want those options to be available.
Yeah. But if you're crazy... you can roll 3 shots.
You sure can.
Or grenade launchers.
Or grenade launchers, that's right. There are a couple of rolls like that you can run 3 weapons with.
So the flow of ammunition on the battlefield has always been one of the ways that we've been able to kind of control the flow of combat and how these fights spin out in real time. How is that changing in year 2, or how have these new design decisions impacted the way that works?
Yeah, so what we found is we knew we wanted to change slots. We heard all the feedback. We ourselves had been playing with it. What we didn't want to do was just roll back. We felt like we could do something more interesting, which you're getting to see here today, and we're super happy with the way that this started to play. What we realized in a hurry was that the weapon ammo model was certainly going to have to change to support this, and then later, as we'll talk about, that also rolls right downhill into then that needs to change lethality as well, and then lethality rolls further downhill, and that means that needs to change abilities, et cetera, which we'll cover all today. As far as the ammo model goes, though, what we realized was we wanted to support players actually playing the way they wanted to play. We didn't want to make a promise and then say but you can't really do it, right? In super special circumstances. For sure, if you play 3 of the same weapon or even 2 specials, you're going to have a harder time on your hands keeping ammo in than if you are running dual primaries, which is obviously the easiest thing to keep up with ammo. But then the game will feed you fine if you're running a D1 style loadout or a mirror D1 style loadout. Okay. But the cool thing is, that as long as you're, like, for example, in PvP, which we'll show you in just a little bit, you do respawn with ammo, including special ammo. And so you're always being fed ammo to keep you playing. And so even in the case of running dual specials, like, you're going to be in the game, you're going to be playing, you're going to be able to do stuff. And I think we're going to see some of our better players, run the gauntlet of being able to run maximum special weapons and heavy weapons and stay afloat and even like run into their
They may even
advantage.
surprise you.
They may even
like
surprise
they
you.
do. Greg, I can see that on this specific character, you've got some duplicates of the same weapon.
I do.
Why would you do that?
Well, as we have announced previously, random rolls are back.
Random rolls are back.
Let's delve into this menagerie of better devils.
Let's
That's
roll.
the second
go
use
down.
of menagerie.
Let's go
Yeah, that's
inside.
pretty good. Word of the day.
It's a good word,
Word of the day,
menagerie.
menagerie.
If you don't know the definition of the word menagerie, look it up. It's fun.
So here we have a better devils with Zen Moment, Outlaw, Tactical Mag, Steady Rounds, and a variety of pretty sweet sights.
Did you say a menagerie?
Now, I would say this is pretty good devils.
Yeah,
pretty good
Pretty
devils.
good devils.
Yeah, pretty good devils.
It's not a bad devil.
all
Not a
right
bad
devils.
devils, right?
Do you have a better devil?
I think I might have a better devils.
That's a good
I
question.
might.
This feels rehearsed.
Actually, it's not. It's not. We did not rehearse that joke in
Doing it
advance.
live. Ooh.
Here's a pretty spicy devil.
It's like a hot sauce.
Kind of a.
It's like a hot sauce, yeah.
This one's got hip fire grip, moving target, also tactical mag and steady rounds. You know what? I think I have got a best devil.
best
I think I might have a best
Show
devil.
me your
better
best
than that.
devils.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's look at this best
I
devil.
don't know, Greg.
All right.
Isn't that what you just picked? Okay. there we
Promising a
go.
lot of things here.
Oh, what about this one?
Ooh.
Explosive payload,
Oh man,
rangefinder,
Rangefinder. I've heard of that one.
drop mag,
pretty good.
and the crossfire. Pretty good. Pretty good. This might be. I think this is the best devils of all the lot.
Yeah.
Now-
so that whole perk set there has been randomized.
Yes. Every single time a better devils drops in the crucible, it's going to have a different role.
It could be a better devil.
It could be the best.
How else can you modify this weapon?
Well, we have this thing here, which is the Masterwork. So, of course, previous Masterwork system went from 1 to 5, so you
Yep.
basically get somewhat of like a 5% bonus at the max.
Yep.
We have now made Masterwork go all the way to 10
For weapons.
for weapons.
Yep.
So, which means that you can actually get a 10% range boost on this Better Devils if you level it up.
Gotcha.
Making
Okay.
even better devils?
You get even better Devils.
And it's not just 1 to 5 to 10. It's a 10-point scale, and you can upgrade it and upgrade it. And,
Keep on going.
yep.
Keep on going.
And what's the biggest impact when you're upgrading this? What stats are you manipulating? What's the benefit that you're getting from this weapon? Just to call it out and explain it in very specific terms.
So, for hand cannons, there's a subset of stats that you can masterwork. Range, stability, handling, reload. We actually, so because we're going through more of a leveling type system now, we moved the magazine masterwork to, now it is a mod, which I will show you next, is the new and improved mod system.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa.
There it is. Max.
Now,
Level
you've got a new column over there too.
I do.
Tell
Got
us
some
more.
cool kill trackers,
Okay.
and you can switch
Okay,
between
cool.
I
them.
can choose here?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
for free.
That's amazing.
So here we have the empty mod socket, and as you can see, the damage type mods are gone. However, we've replaced it with this plethora of drastically game-changing mods.
Menagerie.
Menagerie.
Menagerie of mods.
Yeah.
So they don't just manipulate your energy type. They're actually going to have a tactical impact on the way you fight.
Yes.
Right. This is what we were talking about in the first goal about being able to tweak your playstyle. This is one of the examples of being able to do that. And so,
Screenshot.
exactly. A bunch of people, we've talked about and we're excited about the in-air accuracy mod that you can apply. There's a quick radar return mod that you can apply. All things to make the game play a little more the way that you play.
And how do I acquire these mods?
They are going to drop in the weapon, on the weapon. However, you're like, oh, but how am I going to get them out of the weapon once they're in the weapon?
Tell us, Greg.
Well, So here we have that pretty good Devils with the major spec mod on it. And I will shard it.
Dismantle
and
it.
Behold, there is the major spec mod now
There you
in
go.
inventory.
So it
there.
drops
Taking
into your
it out.
bank,
Yeah.
and you can use that on any weapon.
No
So
gun
you can
fits
choose.
required.
So you can get a weapon with a random roll that you're like, this is an okay roll, I'm going to keep it. You can get a weapon with a roll that you're like, this isn't as good, but it had a mod on it, and then you nuke the weapon, and now you have a copy of the mod.
Eco-friendly mods.
Eco-friendly mods, that's right.
We all use different words for dismantling weapons. He shards, you nuke.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Okay.
it's very powerful.
Just take them
It's all
apart.
the same activity, though. All right, now let's see. Let me take a look. Random rolls, perks, mods. Anything else you want to cover about the weapons specifically? It seems like it runs the gamut, yeah?
No light
pretty
level.
much.
There's no light level on the mods now.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
that
So
went
it's
away.
No,
Yep.
it's just about
They're just a-
tactical gain. It's just about configuring
Simple
it.
choice. We wanted to make your customization deeper, but also make the game a little bit simpler to understand.
Okay.
So,
So loot drops can be more interesting over time. The combat meta can evolve and change over time as people discover more interesting combinations. This looks promising. When you make these changes, though, if you make the slightest change to anything in Destiny, we've got this crazy sandbox that impacts a menagerie of activities. People are going to use this new weapon system on everything from a final raid boss to the people that they meet in the Crucible.
Yep.
And when you start making these changes, it impacts every other system in the game. It's like if the
Yes.
game is like an organism. If I give you a bigger heart, you're going to need a more robust circulatory system. So, like, translate a metaphor like that into the work you do. When you start playing around with weapon slots and when you start playing around with ammunition flow and different perks to make people more lethal, how does that impact everything, and what other changes did you have to make in order to keep up?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising the amount of things that touches when you start to change it. So, like I said, we started with slots. We knew we wanted to change it, so we changed that, and we got ourselves into a position where it was okay. We either affect ammo. We got to build a new ammo system regardless. So we build a new ammo system to work with the slots, and then you either give out a ton of ammo so that people have enough uptime, because we felt strongly that we're going to promise a system, and then people are going to get in and they're going to feel like they don't get a chance to play. So that either means you give out more ammo or you just deal with that, and we didn't feel like that was the right call. So we gave out more ammo, we gave you more uptime for those special weapons. When you do that, that means more people are running around with special weapons, and then that means those who don't have special weapons are suddenly dead to rights all the time. Right, like you can't compete, and so that has an obvious impact on lethality. And so we pushed down this road. We got to that point where we realized we've got to give more ammo. This is right there. If we just are delivering on this, it's going to be great. It's going to be the thing that we promised it would be. It will be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But that means making a call to go ahead and change lethality. And so Greg was like, "Hey, I got an idea. I'm gonna slam up precision damage and let's see how that plays." And we're like, okay. Let's do it. Check it in. Why not? Let's go for it. And so we checked it in and we played it. And it's been tweaked a lot since then, as Greg can talk about. But the idea totally worked, right?
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, this is better. This is what we need to do.
If I like to play with an auto rifle, or if someone out there likes to play with a hand cannon, and all of a sudden we've got all these shotguns and all these grenade launchers moving further up into the weapon slots where you're going to see them more often.
Yep.
I'm not just going to get overrun and now my auto rifle's worthless.
No.
But you're putting the requirement on me to evolve. I now have to embrace precision fighting, because I'll tell you, I don't. Like, what did we say before? We play slow and bad and dumb.
We take our time.
We take our
our
time. I
time.
get it
We
right.
try
I
to have
aim
fun.
for center mass. There's more to hit there. So in order to have the greater time to kill, it's about headshots. Yeah?
It is. Or you play smart and you don't get hit as often.
Yeah,
We
well,
take our
yeah,
time.
come on. Yeah. Let's keep our options within the realm of reason.
Exactly. So most of that damage, which, as we'll talk to, went into precision.